Good morning and welcome back to my kitchen. It's October and nothing says October more than pumpkins and squash, so today I'm gonna share with you my favorite squash soup recipe, butternut squash soup. It uses thyme. You can use either dried thyme or fresh thyme. I'm going to use some that I've picked from my garden, and before we get started I'm just going to show you a little trick that I do to make it easy. So this is thyme picked fresh from my garden, and I can't believe it's still growing. We've had such incredible weather in October that things are still growing like crazy. So what I do is I could strip all the leaves off, but then it's still pretty big pieces, and so what I do is I just put it between two sheets of paper towel, cover it up just like so, and then I'm going to put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. So our 2 minutes is up. We'll just check and see what this is like. Yeah, it's totally dried. So I'm just going to squish it down a bit like this. And then I'm going to kind of roll it like this and take away all the coarse big pieces, and you can see how it just falls off of there. And then I'll just take away the big coarse pieces, and you'll see I've got the leaves left there. And I'm just going to crush it so that it's a little bit finer. And it's it smells delicious. Alrighty, I've removed most of my stems, so just gonna put that in my little dish here. And this is how I dry my parsley and how I dry my herbs for the winter. I mean, you can hang them up, but you know me, I'm always in a hurry. This is a butternut squash. It's probably my favorite for making soup because it's probably the easiest to peel, and you get a lot of flesh in it, and you only have a small seed pod at the end. For cooking though, this is my favorite one for eating. We have so many different kinds of squash at the farm. They're all good, and so come and try the different ones and pick out your favorite. All right, that's more or less peeled. I'm now going to get rid of my peel, and then I'll cut it in half and scoop out the seeds. There we go. You can just use a spoon or a ice cream scoop. This is my muffin scooper, but I like to use it. It's got a sharp edge, so it cleans out that membrane really nicely. Alrighty, we've got that. So now you just need to make this into big chunks. They don't have to be 100% consistent, but because it's going to cook for a long time. And you can see there's a little bit of peeling on, and that doesn't really matter either. I know some people don't even take all of the peeling off. So it's a very simple recipe, really. It's got onions, carrots, and lots of squash, a little bit of, well, actually a full liter of chicken broth, salt, pepper, and the main spice is thyme. I like to saute my onions and carrots together in a bit of butter because I think it does add more flavor. So I'm going to do that now. I've got about a tablespoon of butter in there. I'll let that heat up while I chop up my carrot and my onion. So it would take about a medium-sized onion. This is quite large, but it's a sweet onion left from the farm. So when you're using a sweet onion, you can add a bit more. I like to slice my carrots fairly thin because you're going to puree this soup at the end, and you won't even see the carrots at all, but they do add flavor. So 2 large carrots. We'll let that simmer in the butter until the onions are translucent. So the onions are getting close, so at this point you could either dump them in your crock pot, or you could add the squash to this, which is what I'm doing, just so that I can bring the whole thing up to temperature, and then it cooks faster in the crock pot. So I use 2 teaspoons of thyme, of dried thyme, my whole butternut squash or buttercup squash. And then 1 container of chicken broth. You can use vegetable broth as well. I think that the chicken adds more flavor, but that's just perfect. You want it just covered. You don't want to have it too much because I want a really thick bisque soup. So this is just going to be just about right. And I'll just let that simmer and bring it up, and then I'm going to put the whole thing in my crock pot. So it takes about a teaspoon of salt, and in Tamra fashion, give or take, and then freshly ground pepper. I'll only let that simmer for a couple minutes just to bring it up to temp. So now that it's just about boiling, I'm going to transfer it to my crock pot. There we are. I've dumped the whole pot into my crock pot. I have the setting on high, and that will need 3 to 4 hours. So I'll come back for lunch, and then I'll show you the next easy step. Well, let's check and see how this soup is doing. It's been in my crock pot for 3 to 3.5 hours, and as you can see, it's very, very tender. The carrots are tender, the squash is just falling apart, which is actually what we want. Now, when I make this soup, I often throw it in the crock pot because it's no fuss, but if you're home and you like things simmering on the stove, you can always do that as well and not put it in the crock pot. And then you would just cook the squash and the carrots till they get to very soft, just like this. So this will be very hot, so you want to be careful when you do this, but the next thing is to take your immersion blender and you're going to puree it so it's nice and smooth. All right, we've got that nice and pureed, and it's very smooth, and you can see how thick it is. So what I would do is I would add a little bit of milk to this and then thin it down just a little bit. And the other thing that you can do, which I often do, is, I still see there's a few chunks, but the other thing is I would scoop some of this into a freezer container and freeze it without adding the milk, because this soup freezes amazing. So when squash is in abundance, you can always make an extra batch and freeze it and then enjoy it in the winter. And it's super simple. That's how you make butternut squash soup. If you find this video helpful, press the like button and subscribe for more videos.